Hi, this is Team 21 and this is our project on multi-tenancy for CMPE281. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we are doing in the project. So let us look at the high level architecture. So we have two servers running on EC2 instance on AWS. One is the front end server and one is the back end server. And we also have a schema information saved on MySQL which is running on RDS instance. And all the form data is been stored on MongoLab. So the front end server and the back end server are developed in Java, and the back end server basically exposes RESTful API to the front end server. So if the front end server requests a project form with a particular preference ID, it gets all the information from MySQL and renders a JSON back to the front end server. So I'm gonna show you the home page. So this is our home page, and we have two quick links to log in and register here. So I'm gonna go ahead and register a user. I'm gonna go ahead with user 2 and I'm gonna select the waterfall. So this is our preference page, and we have mapped the preference ID with the type of activity. So for one, it's waterfall, for two, it's Scrum, and for three, it's Kanban. So I'm gonna go ahead and register the user. So there we have a successful registration. Now I'm gonna log into the user and see what's going on in the dashboard. So there we have it. So if I see all the projects, as you can see, there are no projects added. So let's go ahead and add one. Now the fields over here are being populated from the database. The backend server sends a JSON to the front end, and then those fields are converted into a form. So as you know, the preference ID for waterfall is 1. These are all the fields that you're going to see in the front end, which is task ID, description, phase, resource name, status, start date, and end date. For phases, we have a drop down. That's why you can see comma separated values here. And if you change something here, you will see the changes on the UI as well. So let's add a new project. So we have developed the UI using Bootstrap and HTML5. So these are the default UI elements of HTML5. We have we have also added on-the-fly configuration for tasks, so you can add as many tasks as you want. As you can see, when I click on new task, a new task is added, and I can delete the task. So I'm gonna add another task. So I'll create the new project, and as you can see, now a new project has been added to the project list. I can click on the details, I can see what is happening in the project. And we have a graph over here which shows how much percentage has been complete and how much is incomplete, which is essentially the project status. You can download the charts. You can even update the project from here. So if I put project here, waterfall project, and maybe mark this one as complete, and maybe add a new task. So now if I update the project, You can see the graph is also updated, and you can see that there are 3 tasks now, and also the project name has been updated, as you can see. So now I'm gonna go ahead and register a new user for Scrum. So this is the preference for Scrum. I'm gonna go ahead and register. There we have a registration. Now let us log in for the Scrum user. So there we are in the dashboard, and as you can see there are new projects. So let us go ahead and add a new project, and as you can see now the fields have changed. Let us look at the mapping. Now for Scrum, the preference ID was 2. Therefore, all the fields from here have been populated. Let's go ahead and add a project. So you can add as many sprints as you want on the fly, and you can delete them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and create this new project, and there you go. You have the project in the project list now. Now I can click on the details, and as you can see now there's the calculation of number of days for completion which has been shown here. So that essentially shows how many days are left for completion of that sprint. So now I'm gonna go ahead and log out, and now let's create a new user for Kanban. So the preference ID for Kanban is 3, and I'm going to register the user, and there we have a registration. And now let's go ahead and log in. So there we have the dashboard, and as you can see there are no new projects. So let's go ahead. Now the activity type has been changed. Now it's card, and since the preference is 3, you can see these fields have been mapped to a form here. So let's go ahead and make a new project. And as you know, you can add as many tasks as you want on the fly and delete them as well. So let's create this new project, and there you go. You have it in the project list. Now let's go ahead and look at the details. So we have a graph which shows how many tasks are in progress, how many have been completed, and how many have been requested. And you can download the chart. You can update the project. So let's go ahead and update the project here. I'm gonna make this in progress. Maybe change the resource name to John. and then add a new project, sorry, a new card. This is gonna be James card 84. Now let's update the project, and as you can see now the graph has changed, so it's updated. And similarly you can delete any card that you want. You can see I've deleted card number 3, so there are 1, 2 and 4, and I'm gonna update the project. Now the graph has changed and you can see you don't have card number 3 here. So the same code is used for all the 3 type of activities. Therefore we have achieved multi-tenancy in our project. So I'm going to log out. So this is team 21 for CMPE281, and this was our quick overview of the project on multi-tenancy. So this is me, Harsh Malewar, and our other team member consists of Amogh Rao, Ameya Khadilkar, Nikhil Panickar, and Sagar Bendale. Thank you for watching.